So HIU Team was founded in 2018. I was literally given a hyperlink and told, please, can you set this team up? We think you can do it. It started just with me and my ratty little Skoda driving around Cornwall, but we soon established that one woman alone cannot cover all of Cornwall. And so we grew the team. I now have a team of an additional 6 people, and we're based all over Cornwall. We support people that may need to use 111 a lot. They call 999 a lot in the ED department, but also now we support people home from mental health discharge beds and people who are at risk of possibly going into mental health hospitals. So I've got my teams based in voluntary organisations. So we have Volunteer Cornwall, Pentreath, Cornwall Mind and Chaos. And they're a diverse bunch of incredibly kind, passionate people. We've helped people into education, we've helped people into volunteering, we've helped get funding to help people to have slightly different therapies that may suit them, but everything is personalised to the person. We go with a blank sheet, we find out what's at the crux of people's lives and we really listen.
Higher than normal accessing of services usually means that someone's not getting the care that they need, and that in itself can bring a mental struggle. So our team really wanted to pick up these people who may be kind of forgotten by other services and just speak to them to see what we can do to help them maybe access a service better, or as a whole reduce the need for them to keep attending A&E.
Like everything at the moment, there's long waiting lists, there's resource issues, services are struggling. So ultimately, it's that seems to be the problem across the board. So it's linking up services and trying to give people a bit of hope and inspiration whilst they're waiting. So the sorts of things that we do, I mean, effectively it's asking people, the human being at the end of all these numbers and stats, what they want effectively, and what it is that they think will have an impact on their day-to-day well-being. If we can improve their day-to-day well-being, then there's a greater chance that they'll then start using services less and start getting a bit of independence. It could be a person that has high levels of social anxiety, maybe is suffering from a diagnosis of psychosis, is very fearful to leave the house, is offered appointments by letter, and because they don't respond, are then perhaps knocked off the waiting list or because they've not engaged.
The privilege that we have in this role, I guess, is that we can do as little or as much as that person needs. So we can help if they need us to be there for them initially, to build their confidence and get their self-esteem up. We can help with that. It can have a sort of profound effect on how they see themselves and how they interact with society and sort of how they relate to their communities. I guess. Really, because a lot of these people are often quite isolated and have often sort of fallen through the cracks. I think projects like this are super valuable, and the more types of project that work with the individual and are flexible around them, the better, really.
My job, like I say, is really going in and trying to work out what's going on, like a big puzzle, I guess, trying to piece together what's happening and really listening to people's stories and giving them time and space to be heard. And then it might be linking them up to the correct service, making sure they're getting the right support. Could be help with anything from help with benefits, advice, finances. It could be helping them referred to drug and alcohol services, home housing services, so yeah, whatever that person needs. So I think HIU can have a massive impact on people's lives, so where perhaps they've got no support, and quite often they're isolated and lonely. And then you can really change people's lives if you get them the right benefits. And I personally have got tens of thousands of pounds of benefits back for people who wouldn't have known otherwise. It might be helping them with their housing, or like I say, get them into a drug and alcohol rehabilitation place. So yeah, HIU can certainly have a massive impact on people's lives.
I can't speak highly enough about this job, this position, and the work that we do. It's just an absolute privilege to work with people, and like I say, to actually go into someone's house and ask them what they want, what they think would make a difference to their life, and then to try to enable and act upon that is yeah, well, like I say, I'm very privileged.
It is amazing how much of an impact our work can have on someone. It is really just sometimes going out there, having a coffee, having a chat, and helping them get on a bus to go somewhere that gives them that confidence to keep doing it.
We track our people's service usage 3 months prior to engagement, and then we track them for a year. And in year 1, the people that we were tracking, their service usage reduced by 57%. Up to year 3, where we have more people, it's up to 60%. And it's millions in costs saved to the system, because we track ambulance usage, attendance at the emergency department, non-elective admissions and bed days. And once you reconnect people back to their lives and their passions, you know, they don't need to fill a gap anymore, and hospital doesn't become the safe place. So the HIU approach is absolutely, it's a right care, personalised approach, and it's being recognised that it can work across all systems. So in Cornwall now, there's some high intensity user services being set up in primary care as well, which is a real passion of mine, because I've always felt that we should be going upriver and catching people where they fall in and trying to address problems earlier for them, because it enriches their life at an earlier stage as well. So it's spreading into primary care. This can work across social care. It can work across police systems. It's not rocket science. It's just finding out what really matters. So healthcare leaders can be brave. Well, I have the most amazing commissioner, and she is so brave. And they need to fund this and be brave enough to allocate funding so that we can work in communities, so that we can reduce the barriers for people that don't come into surgeries or through doors. So it's just bravery and funding, and let the magic roll on out.